the West Bengal has become the first state to bring up a bill in the wake of the horrific incident that has happened in Kolkata, the Aparajita Bill, the Women and Child Amendments Bill 2024, right now to enforce stricter punishment as in death penalty for the sexual predators and the people and the rape convicts. Now joining me to answer about the legality and constitutionality of bills firstly in the state is a senior advocate, Ujjwal Nikam. So thank you for speaking to NewsX. You have seen how the West Bengal Assembly has passed this bill that has been in contention for a long time. At this point of time, when Aparajita Bill has been passed, what do you feel and understand of it making it to the state, and legally what are the challenges that it poses?
No doubt, criminal law comes under the concurrent list of the Constitution of India. It clearly means state government as well as the central government have a right to make such legislation. But the only condition is that whatever the state enacts the law, that shall not be contrary to the central legislation law. This is the first condition. If it is contrary, then certainly that cannot be passed and the president can't give the assent. I can appreciate that everybody thinks and everybody wants and it should be there. So far as the atrocities of women or child are concerned, they should be dealt with severe punishment if according to law it is proved. But giving the death penalty to almost all such things, then the Supreme Court has given a fundamental principle. That is, death penalty is to be awarded in the rarest of rare crime. It can't be given only the rape has been committed, therefore death penalty is to be given. No. Supreme Court has given certain guidelines. That is the benchmark judgment of the Supreme Court, and the Supreme Court decides the case whether squarely it falls within the rarest of rare or not, while deciding the appeal against the death penalty. Now, Maharashtra also. Maharashtra has also passed one Shakti bill, but it is still pending with the president for the assent. The governor of Maharashtra has already signed it. Now, it is for the central government to examine the pros and cons, number one. Number two, the central government has to examine whether there is a conflict with this central legislation. Now, according to new provisions of law, the punishment of a death is also prescribed, so far as the rape offences are concerned. So, state central government will require to examine whatever the bill that has been. Of course, the bill will come firstly before the governor of the Kolkata, West Bengal, and then it will go, if he signs and approves it, then it will go to assent of the President of India. Now, the government, central government will require to examine two aspects. Whether such stricter punishment is being provided under the new laws or not. Number two, whether it is in conflict with the central legislation or not. Then only the central government, the president may give the assent, because the president, before giving assent to the such bill, president has to send to the Home Department, who has to examine this matter entirely and to consider the pros and cons of the matter.
So, in essentially, the bill that has been now passed also has facing criticism, because there, of course, as rightly you have said, that in central government's laws there is also existing a provision which says that death penalty can be given. So, if at all this happens to be in the contradiction of the existing laws, what kind of a implication in terms of helping the victims it is going to provide?
See, I can understand if death penalty is prescribed for such an offences. I have not seen the wording of the West Bengal's government, what legislation they have passed. But if they are coming with the case that no, it must be passed, it must be sentenced death penalty, then must cannot be done. See, ultimately, the state legislatures have a right to pass an enactment. to pass certain laws, but they can't override the principle which had been given by the Supreme Court of India. So now the victims, you see, when we ask for the death penalty, because I'm working as a special public prosecutor in number of the criminal cases, I sought death penalty. But the fundamental principle is, then when we ask a deterrent sentence like death penalty, not only to punish the very criminal, but to give a strong message to the like-minded people so that to avoid the recurrence of such cases. Now, I am very optimistic that surely if we have to deter the criminal from committing such offence, then only strong sentence is not going to help. We have to sensitize the society. We have to, you see, I must say the culture that has been reduced, this is my earmark. Everywhere, no doubt, such incidents are happening, not only in India, but throughout the world, such incidents are nowadays happening. Why these incidents are happening? Some regular study should be there, and how to avoid such incident. So solution should come up.
Because you have also mentioned about this regular study, NewsX has also proposed a campaign where
I've given my views on this, how we can reduce such type of, and I must congratulate NewsX channel for running this campaign. Thank you.
So, thank you for speaking to us. This was the Senior Public Prosecutor and Senior Advocate Ujjwal Nikam on the Assembly, West Bengal Assembly passing of the Anti-Raoe Bill in the view of what has happened in Kolkata. This is Simran for NewsX.
For more such videos, subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.